Okay, what up ladies and gents, your favorite Asian robot, hopefully your favorite DarkTide partner, and I'm gonna ask for your forgiveness first. I just used my new awesome scented soap, but it's choking me, so I might choke a bit during this explanation, but hopefully you guys will still get what I'm, talking about. Anyway, I'm here today to teach you guys about the updated Surge Psyker build. You would have seen me running this in Damnation. It is performing exceptionally well. I've run it in Damnation with the Specialist Assault Group modifier, which in my current opinion is the current toughest modifier. Feels tougher than high intensity, but maybe that's just me. Okay. Okay, I hate scented soaps, but this one is so good for me. Anyway, let me get into this real quick. I'm going to show you the feats first. Quietude is your basic feat. All right. I generally use this over everything else. Warp Unleashed. Okay. Warp Unleashed is now the must-have because 25% damage on everything is too important. You cannot give that up. There's no reason to give that up. Cerebral Lacerations, 25% damage from all sources is your boss killer. It is how you survive monstrosities in Damnation. It's how we've survived monstrosities in Damnation. Kinetic Shield, okay, because you're going to be playing at high peril in general, this has a lot of value. You don't really need Kinetic Deflection. In fact, even if I have Deflector on my Force Sword, I don't use it. It's just like an additional because you're going to run the +3 Stamina Curio. Okay, I'll go through that in a little while. Warp Battery, 6 Warp Charges for 24% damage total, must have. Kinetic Barrage, now this one, some people like Quicken, some people like Kinetic Barrage. I say Barrage is the key. Okay, I use Barrage exclusively. I have tried the others and I've tried to get them to work, but when the situation is intense, nothing but Barrage works for me. Okay, so I leave the last decision to you, but Barrage is my go-to. Okay, in terms of your equipment, here's what you're gonna need. All right, you need the Illisi Mark V. Now, what are the stats you're gonna need on this one? All right, for the Illisi Mark V, the most important thing is damage and finesse. You need to have maxed out finesse. Now, unfortunately, this one got a really bad roll when I was testing it, but you must have max finesse. Mobility is also really good to have. Please try and have as high as possible, but damage and finesse are your priority. Warp resistance and first target are your dump stats because what you would have seen is that this sword cleaves. All right, this is the cleaving sword. So first target is basically irrelevant. Anything above 50% is decent. So use that as your dump stat. Same with warp resistance. This one happened to roll max warp resistance, but you really don't need it. All right. Anything above 60 is decent enough for you. So damage, mobility, finesse are your priorities. Try and get these rolled as high as possible. For your blessings, you only need one thing, Slaughterer. Okay, nothing else. For your perks, anything goes. I generally find that 8% melee damage against Groner's Poxwalker and maybe Unarmored would be great. I didn't swap any of the default perks that I got, and honestly, it functioned in Damnation just fine. So your perks don't really matter. Slaughter is the only necessary blessing. The other thing can be anything. All right, the Rending is not going to help you much because you are not going to be using it against armored targets. All right, so Uncanny Strike is not necessary, just Slaughterer. All right, try to get it as high as possible. Tier 3 is ideal. Tier 4 is best. Okay, that's it for the sword. Now for the Surge Staff, okay, the dump stats have changed. All right, so I'm just going to go through the new stats. Quell Speed is now your dump stat. Why? Because the upgraded Quell Speed is so fast that even with 35% Quell Speed, I'll show you in a second, this thing does like exceptionally well. Damage and crit bonus are your most important, and then charge rate. Okay, you must have these three as maxed out as possible. Warp resistance, still a dump stat, but well, let me just show you. This is how fast the Quell Speed is. All right, I'm gonna go as high as possible. All right, so bear with me. Okay, 1 second of quelling takes you back down. This is at 35% quell speed. And remember that you need 80% peril for max stacks of your Warp Unleashed. So just like that, your quell speed is fast AF. And this is with 35% quell speed modifier. So quell speed is the new dump stat along with warp resistance. The other three, try to get them perfect. In terms of your perks and all that, okay, for the Surge Staff, you will need Flak Armored for sure. This is the must-have. The other one, you can do whatever you want, but Flak Armored is absolutely necessary. You cannot go without it, all right? Because the Surge Staff is best against armored targets. The other one, if you can, try to get crit rate. Okay, if you can get crit rate 5%, that'll be ideal. But flak armor, try to get it 25% bonus. I haven't had the time to roll it to 25 yet, but that is the ideal. That's a must-have, okay? In terms of your blessings, Warp Nexus is the only must-have that you need on this. Try to get it tier 4. The other one is any blessing. I happen to get Warp Flurry on this one, so I just went with it, but it did well in Damnation. So the other blessing doesn't matter. Warp Nexus is the most important thing. Why? Because the Surge Staff has a high crit rate, which you guys you know, would want to know about. It's got up to 24% crit rate, plus your Warp Nexus, you can get 16% here. That's 40% crit rate. And default crit rate is 5%. So that's 45% baseline, you know. Sorry, 45% at high peril. Too awesome to give up. All right, so that's what you need for the Surge Staff. Now, in terms of your curios, okay, I'm running +3 stam, all right, with gunner resistance. Try to get gunner resistance and toughness regeneration speed. All right, ideally you want both, but I haven't been able to roll a good +3 stam curio, and right now it is absolutely necessary, okay? You must have a +3 stam curio because it helps you to not only run faster, well, run more, sorry, run faster, run more, block more. It helps you do everything more. And Psykers regenerate stamina so fast. Let me just quickly demonstrate with sword. Even if I were to spam this, my stamina's back up in seconds. All right, so you really want to have the stamina curio on the Psyker. They get a lot of value from it. The other one is +1 wound and plus 21% health, but honestly, you can run double health, health, toughness, whatever you want. But ideally, I would say health and a wound. If you don't want the wound, you can go for more health, but don't run double wounds, please. It's really not going to help you. All right, health is more important, in my opinion. But that's basically what I'm running. Same thing, gunner resistance, toughness, regeneration. Try to roll for either the toughness regeneration or the gunner resistance so you can max either one of those out. With the changes to the shotgunners, maybe gunner resistance is not as important. I don't know how you might feel on that, but I personally still run it because these scab gunners are, to me, still a problem. All right, so I run gunner resistance for those guys. The shotgunners, I don't give a fuck about them too much. All right, but the toughness regeneration speed is generally very helpful. All right, and that is basically it. In terms of playstyle, all you want to do, and this will be shown in the combat showcase, which follows after this video, after this segment of the video, is basically you want to maintain your 6 charges, use your surge to stun elites, and if things get hairy in hordes, chop away with your sword. Okay, you don't have to power it up. Excuse me, this is a Damnation meat grinder. You can just start swinging. All right, just remember you can just start swinging. It generally has very good aim, so you'll be hitting weak spots without any kind of difficulty. All right, and once you get your Slaughterer blessing up to 5, you'll basically be cleaving through everybody. All right, so that's basically all you need to do. All right. Okay, there we go. So that is basically it for the demo. Now we're actually going to show you the gameplay footage. Please do look forward to it. I hope you guys will enjoy it. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you like this video, please get it to 100 likes. Okay. That will help me out greatly. And the footage will be clipped, unfortunately, but don't worry. I will post the full run at a later date. Okay. So you guys won't miss out. Thank you very much. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you can, donate, I guess. But I'll see you on the next one. Have fun. Why is Zealot over there? Crap. Oh, damn it. How did that one get behind me? This is truly,
What a pale reflection of the Empress.
Your help is gratifying. Reaching the Imperium! So tenacious! We must prevail! I don't care! Let it be done! Emperor, end this irksome foe!
crap.
Initiating crowd control!
Dude, lol.
Abomination neutralized!
Counter Psyker!
Oh my lord, that was caught. That was caught in 4K HD. Lol. I've suddenly become very good at looking over my shoulder. You have to be freaking fast at everything.
Doping makes you look like a dullard! You leave me no choice!
Army contains numerous secrets of interest. Upload your findings and proceed. Completion imminent.
There we go.
Ready, pack down!
Holy God, Templar!
The Emperor guides fire!
Pathogen analyzed.
Agreed! Your end is nigh!
There we go. Oof, love the stuns. This is the way, man.
Almost there! We fight well together! Throwing grenades!
No stone unturned, penance completed. Lol. That was a good one. That was a good one.